The sound of splintering wood jolts you awake at 2:45 a.m. Someone just kicked in your front door. Your heart is hammering as you hear heavy footsteps moving through your house, and they're heading towards the stairs. Your kids are asleep down the hall, your neighbors are 20 feet away through paper-thin walls, and you've got maybe 30 seconds before whoever just broke in finds your family. This is every urban homeowner's worst nightmare, and it's happening right now. You reach for your nightstand, but here's the terrifying question that could determine whether your family lives or dies tonight. Did you grab the right gun for this situation? Because here's what most people don't realize until it's too late. The firearm that works in movies or on your buddy's ranch, or even at the gun store, might be completely useless when you're trapped in a hallway with your children behind you and innocent neighbors on the other side of every wall. One wrong choice, and you can miss the threat, hit a family member, or send a round through your neighbor's bedroom. Now, before we dive into this critical topic, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we're about to cover some life-saving information that every urban homeowner needs to know. Here's what most people don't realize. Urban home defense isn't just about stopping a threat in your living room. You're dealing with over-penetration concerns, neighbors in close proximity, the need to move through hallways and stairs, and scenarios that rural property owners never have to consider. The firearm that's perfect for defending wide-open spaces might be completely wrong for a two-story house with neighbors 20 feet away. We're going to break down the 3 best firearm categories for urban home defense, examine the unique challenges of protecting your family in close quarters, and help you figure out which option makes the most sense for your specific home layout and local laws. The urban home reality. Let's start by talking about what makes urban home defense so different from rural property or apartment defense. When you live on acreage, you have space and distance. When you live in an apartment, everything's compact. But urban homes present their own unique set of challenges. First, there's the neighbor proximity factor. Your bedroom wall might share a property line with your neighbor's kitchen, and that family next door could be sleeping just 15 to 20 feet from where you might need to take a defensive shot. Urban and suburban homes often have minimal space between structures, making over-penetration a serious concern. Second, there's the multi-level challenge. Most urban homes have stairs, multiple floors, and complex layouts. You might need to move from your bedroom on the second floor down to check on kids or clear multiple rooms to ensure your family's safety. This requires a firearm that's maneuverable but still effective. Third, there's the mixed distance engagement reality. Unlike apartments where everything happens at close range, or rural property where threats might be hundreds of yards away, urban homes present scenarios from contact distance in hallways to 25 to 30 feet across living rooms. And finally, there's the urban legal environment. City and suburban areas often have different laws, stricter regulations, and prosecutors who may view self-defense cases differently than their rural counterparts. You need to understand what's legal in your specific jurisdiction. Option 1. The pistol, the maneuverable defender. Let's start with pistols, and for many urban home defense scenarios, this might be your most practical choice. Pistols excel in the confined spaces and complex layouts that define most urban homes. The biggest advantage of a pistol for urban home defense is maneuverability. You can easily navigate stairs, clear corners, and move through doorways without the gun getting caught on railings, door frames, or furniture. If you need to move from your bedroom to your children's rooms, a pistol won't slow you down or telegraph your position. Modern pistols offer excellent capacity. Many hold 15 to 20 plus rounds in the magazine, which gives you plenty of firepower for multiple threats or extended encounters. The ammunition is compact and lightweight, so carrying spare magazines doesn't burden you during movement through your house. Pistols also offer the best balance for over-penetration concerns. While any defensive round can penetrate walls, pistol ammunition generally has less energy than rifle or shotgun rounds, reducing the risk to neighbors. With proper ammunition selection, you can minimize this risk even further. Storage and quick access are major advantages. A pistol can be secured in a bedside safe that doesn't dominate your bedroom, and modern quick access safes allow you to retrieve it in seconds while keeping it away from children. The one-handed operation capability is crucial in home defense scenarios. You might need to open doors, turn on lights, or guide family members while maintaining control of your firearm. Pistols allow this flexibility that long guns simply don't. The downsides? Pistols require more training to effectively use than long guns. The shorter sight radius and single-point grip make them inherently less accurate, especially under stress. They also have less stopping power than rifles or shotguns, though modern defensive ammunition has largely addressed this concern. But for most urban homeowners, especially those with multi-level homes and close neighbors, a pistol offers the best combination of effectiveness, maneuverability, and safety. Option 2. The PCC, the Accuracy Advantage. Now, let's talk about pistol caliber carbines, and these might be the perfect compromise for urban home defense. PCCs offer many of the advantages of both pistols and rifles while minimizing the drawbacks of each. The biggest advantage of a PCC is accuracy. The longer sight radius, shoulder stock, and two-handed grip make PCCs much easier to shoot accurately under stress than pistols. In a high adrenaline situation where your fine motor skills deteriorate, this accuracy advantage can be crucial. PCCs offer better terminal performance than pistols while using the same ammunition. The longer barrel increases velocity, which improves both accuracy and stopping power. This means you're more likely to stop a threat quickly with fewer rounds, which is ideal when you're concerned about overpenetration. The recoil management is excellent with PCCs. The shoulder stock and additional weight help control muzzle rise, making follow-up shots faster and more accurate than with pistols. This is especially beneficial for smaller frame family members who might struggle with pistol recoil. Modern PCCs are much more compact than traditional rifles. Many fold or have collapsible stocks, making them easier to store and maneuver than full-size rifles, while still providing the accuracy benefits of a long gun. The intimidation factor is significant. A PCC looks much more serious than a pistol, and most criminals will immediately recognize that they're facing a formidable opponent. This psychological advantage often ends confrontations before they escalate. Magazine compatibility is another advantage with many PCCs. If you already own pistols, many PCCs can use the same magazines, simplifying your ammunition and magazine logistics. The downsides? PCCs are more difficult to maneuver in tight spaces than pistols. The longer overall length can get caught on doorways, furniture, or stair railings. They're also more expensive than most pistols and require more storage space. Two-handed operation means you can't easily manipulate doors, lights, or guide family members while maintaining control of the firearm. This can be limiting in complex home defense scenarios. But if you have a larger home with longer sight lines and can manage the size constraints, a PCC offers superior performance to pistols in most defensive scenarios. Option 3. The Short Shotgun, the stopping power champion. Short-barreled shotguns have been a home defense staple for decades, and there are compelling reasons for their popularity. But in urban settings, they come with trade-offs that you need to carefully consider. The biggest advantage of a short shotgun is immediate stopping power. A load of buckshot delivers massive energy to the target, and the multiple projectiles increase the likelihood of hitting vital areas. This often means one-shot stops, which is ideal when you want to end the threat as quickly as possible. Short shotguns are relatively easy to shoot accurately at home defense distances. The spread of the shot pattern means you don't need pinpoint accuracy to be effective, which can be crucial when you're dealing with the stress and adrenaline of protecting your family. The psychological impact is enormous. The distinctive sound of a shotgun being racked is universally recognized and understood. Many home invasions end right there, without a shot being fired. The visual impact of a shotgun also tends to immediately communicate the seriousness of the situation. Ammunition versatility is a significant advantage. You can load a shotgun with everything from less lethal options to devastating buckshot, depending on your specific situation and concerns. This flexibility allows you to tailor your response to the threat level. The short barrel length makes these shotguns much more maneuverable than traditional hunting shotguns. An 18 to 20-inch barrel is much easier to handle in hallways and doorways than a 28-inch field gun. The downsides for urban home use are significant though. Even short shotguns are unwieldy compared to pistols or PCCs. Maneuvering through tight spaces, around corners, and upstairs can be challenging, and the gun can easily get caught on obstacles. Recoil is substantial, especially with defensive loads. This can make follow-up shots difficult and may be challenging for smaller family members. The limited capacity, typically 5 to 8 rounds, is also a concern if you're facing multiple threats. Overpenetration is a major concern with shotguns in urban settings. Buckshot can easily penetrate multiple interior walls and potentially exterior walls, endangering neighbors. Even with reduced penetration loads, this remains a significant consideration. The noise level is extreme. Shotguns are among the loudest firearms, and firing one indoors will likely cause permanent hearing damage and may disorient you in the confined space of your home. But if you can manage the size and recoil, and you're confident in your shot placement, a short shotgun offers unmatched immediate stopping power for home defense. The urban home considerations. Here's the reality that urban homeowners need to face. Your defensive firearm choice is heavily influenced by factors that don't affect rural property owners. You need to think about considerations that are unique to urban and suburban environments. Ammunition selection becomes critical in urban homes. You want rounds that will stop a threat effectively, but won't over-penetrate and endanger neighbors or family members in other rooms. This often means choosing specialized defensive ammunition designed to expand and stop in soft tissue. Home layout plays a huge role in your choice. A single-story ranch house has different requirements than a two-story colonial with narrow hallways and steep stairs. You need to consider the longest and shortest distances you might need to engage threats in your specific home. Family considerations are paramount. If you have children or elderly family members in the home, you need to consider their ability to use your chosen firearm if necessary, as well as their safety during a defensive encounter. The urban legal environment often includes additional considerations like local ordinances, HOA rules, and prosecutors who may view self-defense cases through a different lens than their rural counterparts. Legal considerations. Before we go any further, we need to talk about the legal aspects of urban home defense. Laws vary dramatically from state to state, and urban areas often have additional restrictions that don't apply in rural areas. Some states have strong castle doctrine laws that protect you if you use force to defend your home. Others require you to retreat if possible before using deadly force. And some cities have specific restrictions on certain types of firearms, ammunition, or magazine capacity. You absolutely must understand your local and state laws before you ever need to use a firearm for defense. Urban prosecutors may be less sympathetic to self-defense claims than their rural counterparts, and the legal scrutiny can be intense. Many urban areas also have specific storage requirements, especially if children are present in the home. Violating these laws can result in serious criminal charges, even if your use of force was otherwise justified. Consider the civil liability aspects as well. In urban areas, the potential for lawsuits following a defensive shooting can be significant, and you need to understand both your legal protections and potential vulnerabilities. Training and preparation. Having the right firearm is only part of the equation. You need to train regularly with whatever you choose, and that training needs to be specific to urban home defense scenarios. Practice shooting at the distances you might actually encounter in your home, typically 3 to 25 feet. Most home defense encounters happen at close to moderate range, which is very different from typical range training. Consider taking tactical training courses that focus on close quarters combat and home defense rather than just basic marksmanship. Learn how to move with your firearm through your house, how to clear corners safely, and how to make quick decisions under stress. Develop a defense plan for your specific home layout. Know where you can take cover, identify potential escape routes, and have a communication plan with family members. Practice your plan regularly so everyone knows what to do if something happens. Low-light training is crucial since most home invasions occur at night. Practice identifying targets and shooting accurately with minimal lighting. And consider adding weapon-mounted lights to your defensive firearm. Look, urban home defense is a serious topic that requires serious consideration. The firearm that's right for your rural cousin might be completely wrong for your suburban home situation. You need to honestly assess your space, your threats, your family's capabilities, and your local laws before making a decision. Whatever you choose, make sure you train with it regularly, understand the legal implications of using it, and have a plan for how you'll employ it if needed. The best firearm in the world won't help you if you don't know how to use it effectively when it matters. And hey, if this information was helpful, smash that like button and let me know in the comments what type of urban home you're defending and which option makes the most sense for your situation. I read every comment, and your real-world experiences help other viewers make better decisions.